Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Let's go!
Foles. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense. It's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Foles. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Down for the other way. This one scores.
Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Foles.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football. They're able to catch.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now Gordon on first down.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
Now this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They go play action now. Jackson. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And out across midfield down to the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
That description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson.
Running the crossing route, it's Beasley with a catch. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Jackson, options out left. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Jackson from the shotgun.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. Down inside the 10.
Touchdown!
Rashad Bateman.
29 yards.
And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you call this a 2-minute drill. You can, and at least one practice each week before the game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now this throw caught left side. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Tim Patrick. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus's point after is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, my goodness. I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep.
Wiley. Oh, definitely.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Cole Beasley as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker with the extra point. The lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point from McManus is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call that brings up 4th. There's Sam Britton now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, middle. Hey.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Caden Stearns. Well, I have to say that I've never, ever seen this one before. They get the interception, but instead of taking the football, they accept the penalty.
Brandon, you ever heard the term overthinking it? Because that's what it feels like to me. They had the interception. Why are you going to turn that one back? I'm really curious to hear what the explanation would be for making that decision.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting their few half his pass attempts in this one. And that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end Andrews.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18.
A good head down running on the return, gets about 15 yards.
And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He's at the 40, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He hits Beasley right side. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
13. Report.
Jackson from the shotgun. He'll find Bateman once more. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down. Jackson. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Wilson to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, you're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Pulled in at the 24. The field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Now Jackson. Connecting with Andrews.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock is stopped with 35 seconds left to go.
Hey, middle. Hey.
Throwing. Jackson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Jackson.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Tucker now for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
The Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. It would be even worse now. As long as it happen again right here, they got to get going.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far. They want to be in position to make a play